Bliss or bust. How the ego sells you its highs. Greg and the graduation call. Hi, my love. Hi. I'm so happy you called me back. Are you sure you're okay, Daddy? Right from the opening, the movie frames Greg's real world in terms of a fractured family and unfulfilled promises. He's on the phone with his daughter about graduation, but his answers are vague, slippery, already trying to manage guilt about complicating things with Mom. This is Asim's description of guilt as the engine of separation. Guilt is always about the past, and the ego seeks to preserve it. Greg is already drifting from reality before Isabel even appears. Firing scene. The ego's first hook. Our Indian counterparts are crushing us. You're fired. This is the spark that ignites Greg's descent. He feels attacked, humiliated, and suddenly free but without purpose. In the Course, this is the first trick of the ego, to take something away so that the mind will seek magic to fill the void. Greg's sketching of a dream house during work calls is the symbolic clue. He's already drawing Isabel into his world before she arrives. Bar scene. Enter Isabel. I don't know you. It's always blurry at first. You need an alibi, don't you? Isabel arrives exactly like the ego does. Seductive, knowing, offering, quote-unquote, special knowledge and rescue. Notice she speaks in absolutes. They're not real, and immediately offers him an alibi before he even confesses. A Course in Miracle calls this the ego's law of chaos. The belief in guilt and punishment must be true, so escape requires a secret plan. Isabel says she feels responsible for this world. That's the ego's projection speaking. Bathroom errands. The ego sets the trap. He has my amulet necklace. Go get it for me. Now get the wallet too. This sequence is textbook ego dynamics. First, it sends the mind into the dark place, the bathroom, to retrieve something, quote-unquote, special. Then it pretends ignorance. Was he passed out? And ups the ante. Get the wallet, making the mind complicit. A Course in Miracles. The ego always speaks first, and its voice is always about guilt and sacrifice. Greg thinks he's helping. In truth, he's reinforcing the belief in guilt and making himself dependent on Isabel's powers. Pawn shop. Selling his phone, selling his mind. I don't have a wallet. Can you use yours? At the pawn shop, Greg literally trades his phone, his lifeline to his daughter, for survival cash with Isabel. This is the moment where the film shows the cost of special relationships. You lose contact with innocence to maintain the high. The Course says, special relationships are the ego's chief weapon for keeping you from heaven. Emily appears on the screen right after. A photo, a voicemail, a reminder of the love he's selling off piece by piece. Broken mannequins. Off the grid. Welcome to my home away from home. I'm not homeless, just off the grid. Isabel's lair full of broken mannequins is a perfect visual metaphor for the ego's world. Bodies with no reality, animated only by belief. She offers Greg a safe place, but it's a junkyard of illusions. This echoes the Course's teaching. The body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self. Crystals and powers. The false miracle. These special yellow crystals have the power to manipulate the fake world. This is the ego's parody of a miracle. It promises power over the illusion instead of release from it. Greg and Isabel use their powers to trip old ladies, knock people down, fix the world, but it's just attack dressed up as magic. The Course says, miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first, meaning you can't use miracles to reinforce separation. When Greg's high fades, guilt floods back in. Emily's return. Love can't be deleted. Dad, I need you to come for me right now. Graduation. Emily breaks through the haze like the Course's description of the Holy Spirit, a gentle memory of love that calls without force. Isabel snarls at the photo, dismisses Emily as not real, because the ego can't stand the competition of true innocence. Greg's heart softens. He starts doubting Isabel. This is the split in the mind the Course talks about. Two thought systems, one promising highs and lows, the other quiet certainty. The reveal: brainbox and blue crystals. Dr. Whittle formed an unhealthy attachment to an MGP again. Blue algorithm as expected. Here the movie flips the card. Greg and Isabel are scientists who built simulated worlds to teach appreciation for reality. But even here, Isabel keeps dosing herself with crystals. She can't tolerate the real world either. This is the Course's point about the ladder. Even spiritual projects can be used to avoid awakening. Greg's memory of Emily still persists, the only truly real thread left. Choice point. Two worlds, one decision. One of these days you're going to have to choose between this world and maybe somehow the you. They're both real. This is the movie's most A Course in Miracles, like line. In truth, they're not both real, only one is love. Greg's agony is the mind's agony of decision, to keep chasing bliss, ego highs, or to return to his daughter, Holy Spirit's call. Recovery group. This woman says she's my daughter, and I'm Weaver. Hi, Dad. Sorry I'm late. I saw these flowers. The closing circle is a rehab center, a symbol of coming down from the ego's high. Greg sits, unsure, but Emily is there, flowers in hand, still calling him Dad. This is the Course's promise. No matter how deep the illusion, love waits and does not condemn. Greg's true bliss is not a simulated utopia, but the quiet willingness to be present with his daughter, the unaltered memory of love. A man believed he needed crystals, simulations, and special powers to escape a guilty world. He discovered only cycles of highs and lows, errands into darker bathrooms, and endless pawn shops of the soul. Yet through the haze, a single voice kept calling, not with powers, not with secrets, but with love. When the crystals wear off and the illusion fades, what remains is not another world, but the simple memory of innocence. That memory cannot be bought, sold, or pawned. It cannot be manipulated or faked. It waits until the mind tires of bliss and chooses peace instead. And in that moment, the dream dissolves, and the son remembers the father,